I used to dive with a camera attached to the handles and the lights and the whole setup. And now I dive with my iPhone.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I share my thoughts on niche, geeky tech stuff. Today I want to tell you all about the Divevolk C-Touch 4 Max diving housing for your smartphone. Now, my previous diving camera is the TG5. It is a tiny, small, lovely camera really. However, when you put it inside a housing, it just becomes so big and burdensome to put in luggage and to use underwater. To go any smaller, a popular choice is a GoPro. However, with only two buttons, it doesn't really give you that much control under the water. And I prefer to just use it as an always-on dash cam. To us recreational divers, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to invest in more expensive, specialized camera systems just for underwater because, be honest with ourselves, we're not going to use it more than a couple of times every year. Indeed, the solution I found does not take the form of a camera. Because, well, you already have a pretty great one in your hand. Your iPhone has a much better image sensor than the TG5 anyway. And you have the freedom to install whatever app you want, to have control over the formats and other aspects of a video, unlike a GoPro.
I have owned this Divevolk C-Touch 4 Max diving case for over a year now, taking it to 3 scuba diving trips as well as local diving in Hong Kong. It has not disappointed.
The Divevolk has been around for a few years now, with new colors being introduced this year, and there are already some great reviews on YouTube. For example, WaterTrack360 does some great reviews on the iPhone 13Pro and Divevolk housing combo. If you haven't checked the videos already, I suggest you to check them out here. However, I do believe there are some more points to be made about this case. That's why I'm making this video. Also, I'm gonna share with you some of my own tips on how to unlock the full potential of the case with some really DIY adaptations. So keep watching. The selling feature of a Divevolk is that it uses a liquid filled membrane, which allows you to use touchscreen in the water. My personal experience is, about 20 meters, it functions surprisingly well. All the buttons are very responsive, and you can even drag or swipe. Below 20 meters, it is more difficult to use. Sometimes you have to push the liquid to the side to really use the buttons in the corners. If you use a screen protector on your phone, my experience is that it degrades the touch sensibility a lot under the water, so for better performance, just throw it out. The ability to switch between apps underwater is huge. It means your phone is no longer just a camera. It can be my compass if needed, notepad to exchange important information underwater. Or if you feel naughty, you can even play music, although the sound quality does not feel very good. And on the surface, it is your GPS and emergency phone. The front camera can actually shoot through the membrane, which means it may be used for taking some quick selfie, but Face ID does not work. It is possible to input your passcode underwater, but a better idea is to disable it during your dive. I enabled the Raise to Wake feature and the Touch Assist function, so I can lock and unlock the phone underwater for battery saving.
The camera experience is pretty much what you can expect with the native iPhone camera or any third-party app you choose to use, so I will not expand here. The only thing I have to give up over a TG5 is the ability to use flash and macro shots with super close-up focusing. But I mean, look at the macro shot I was able to get without any lenses attached. I think it is enough for people who are not super dedicated to macro.
When used sparingly, the iPhone battery lasts about 3 dives, which means there is really no need to open up the case and recharge your phone. There is not a lot of real estate inside the housing, so if you're really worried about fogging, then my suggestion would be to use this GoPro-style desiccant tabs, and you'll be fine.
One problem I did notice was the viewing angle. When I put the phone below my eyes and tilt slightly upwards, the reflection was quite strong. This is probably not something easily fixable, so you will just have to work around that. The other thing I love about the Divevolk is its slim design. Because it does not have any spring-loaded buttons, it fits right inside the side pocket of my tech pants, and it stays snugly in there when I swim around. And when I need to take a video, I can get it out and ready within seconds.
This is a huge point that should not be overlooked.
It completely changes the diving experience.
Because I do not have to hold on to a big camera all the time. I feel much less obliged to shoot at everything underwater, and I just put my phone in the pocket and take more time to appreciate the surroundings.
Freeing the hands also helps with the trim and any possible responses to emergencies.
And I no longer need another person to hand me the camera when entering or exiting the water. Now, because I love the portability of the housing so much, I do not like the manufacturer for having this complex mechanism for mounting wet lenses and red filters. I've seen a whole OEM assembly in DRT recently, and on my friend's phone, it does feel sturdy in the hand, but I'm just not sold on the bulky profile, which means it's no longer possible to put inside my pockets. My solution to this problem is cheap and it works surprisingly well. I just bought these red films online for about $2.
Then I cut them into many small pieces and just stick them on the front glass. Sometimes there may be bubbles between the film and the glass. If you worry that they might affect the image quality, simply reapply another film. It is so cheap anyways. The red film allows iPhone camera to automatically correct the color underwater pretty spectacularly, even at 15 meters. This photo is shot by the native camera app. Full auto, unedited, at 10 meters depth. Just look at the colors. But in deeper waters, there is so little red light that even the red filter does not allow me to recover enough color. I'd use a 10-bit log recording on Filmic Pro to recover enough color in post-processing. More on that in my next video.
So that is my take on the Divevolk and iPhone 14 Pro combo for shooting underwater videography. I think it works great. It's portable, it's intuitive to use, and it's not all that expensive, and I will give it a recommend. For my upcoming diving trips, if I don't plan on shooting a lot of macro stuff, I'd probably just leave my TG5 at home and use this combo instead. In the next video, I'll share more footage shot on this setup before and after color grading, and I will share my experience on using Filmic Pro for underwater videography. So stay tuned. That's it for today. Let me know what you think about the video and the housing in the comments below. Have a good day and goodbye.